All right, so today I want to answer a question that I get a lot, and I always hear it a lot online. And it's one of those questions that if you know the answer, it answers so many questions for you, and it gets rid of so much confusion. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the question is, if God is all knowing, why would he create Satan? Why did he just decide not to create Satan if he knew this Satan was going to do all these evil things? Why did he create man and woman? Why did he allow them to sin and get kicked out of the garden? As you can tell here, this is a question that could be asked in all kinds of different forms, but it always leads to the same answer. You know, another way you may hear this question is, how come God allows so much evil in the world? Why doesn't he step in? Well, I'm going to explain to you, I'm going to do my best to explain this at a basic level, so that you have the answers and the understanding to any of these questions. All right, so one of the first things you want to know and understand is some of God's characteristics. The first one that we're going to talk about right now is omnipresent. Omnipresent. What does that mean? It means present everywhere at the same time. One mistake that a lot of people make, including myself when I first heard about omnipresent, is I just thought God is everywhere, right? So he's with me here, he's with my friend over there, he's with my kids over here. But there's a word there, time, everywhere at the same time. What that means is that he is not only here with me right now, but he is also with Jesus Christ of Nazareth on the cross right now. He is with me 100 years from now in heaven. He is in all these places at the same time. Why? Because he has always just been. There is no beginning or end to God. So he is in the beginning, the process, and the end, because he is outside of time all at the same time. Why is that important to understand? Because when God creates something, he creates perfection like that. We experience life in time. Therefore, we experience the process. Why do we experience the process? That way we have a greater understanding of what's happening. When God creates, beginning, process, and end, all in one shot, perfection in one shot. You have to understand that, because when you understand God is omnipresent, he is everywhere at the same time, you understand God doesn't make mistakes. He doesn't make something and it messes up and then he tries to fiddle with it and fix it. No, we experience the process, so we experience all that for our understanding, because life is not about us, it's for us. He creates beginning, process, end. He's there all at the same time. Boom, all in one shot, perfection. Now let's talk about the second characteristic that we want to understand to answer this question. That is that God is love. It's not that God chooses to love, it's that God is love. What does that mean? Give you an example. If I love you and I'm showing you love, I am showing the reflection of God. Okay? When I don't show love, I'm not showing the reflection of God, right? Because I'm not showing love. God is literal love. He doesn't choose to do it. That is his characteristic. That is what he is. So when you see love in the world, you are seeing God. So now that we understand those two characteristics, let's answer the question. Why would God create Satan knowing that Satan was going to disobey him? Why would God allow man and woman to disobey him and fall? Remember, God is omnipresent. He is in the beginning, the process, at the end, all at the same time. Therefore, when he creates something, he creates it with perfection. When we ask that question, we are putting God in a box. We're assuming that God views the world the way we view it in time. No, God is outside of time. He is the creator. Therefore, he creates everything perfect. Why? Because he's throughout the whole creation there at all times, right? He didn't have a beginning. He doesn't have an end. He's just there, and everything he creates, he's in the whole process at the same time. So we need to stop thinking and putting God in a box. Now, God is love. Now, when you think about Satan and you think about man, two different creations, but they share one thing. Free will, having the choice to choose God's will and or their own. That is what made Satan choose his way and Adam and Eve choose their way. Now, why would he give us free will knowing that there would be a chance of us disobeying him? Well, again, omnipresent. He knew the beginning and the end. So he knew it was going to work out. That's number one. Number two, love. Can you truly show love if the other person or the other thing doesn't have the choice? Can you force somebody to love you? No, that's not true love. So if he's love, he has to create us with free will to choose him and give us the freedom to choose him or not. That's why. So keep in mind, when you're here on earth and you see good and you see love, you see God. When you see bad and you see evil, you see what it looks like without God. So God is giving us all the information needed right now so that we can make a well-informed decision on what you want to do. Do you want to go with the good and love, or do you want to go with the bad and the evil? You get to make the choice. That's how he made us. That's how this whole process works. And right now, we're just living through the process. And you get to make those choices. You have everything you need. You see the good in the world. You see the love in the world. You see the hate and you see the evil. The good and the love, that's God revealing himself to you, to all of us. The bad and evil, that's God showing us when he removes himself. And you get to choose. That's the beauty of life. Well, my friends, I hope I answered that question, guys. If you have any comments, please comment at the bottom. Thank you guys for watching. God bless and take care.